Listen up, mate. We've got huge news coming out of Paradise today from Hugh Keevins talking absolute nonsense about Yang, the rise of our brand new number 10 in the making, and finally, the bombshell, Chris Sutton dropping a major hint about Brendan Rodgers' future at the club. Yeah, need to hear this one right till the end. Big thanks to last week's top commenters. You've been brilliant. James Brooks, always leaving great thoughts. Margaret, thanks for joining the chat and supporting the channel. Billy Noon, cheers for jumping in as well. Let's see who makes it onto next week's list. Keep those comments coming. We have 6 news a day to keep you updated with the mighty Celtic. Hit that subscribe button and be part of it. Here we go again. Hugh Keevins running his mouth like he's the oracle of Scottish football. After that mess at Dens Park, he's decided to take the scattergun approach. And this time, poor Hyunjun Yang's in the crosshairs. According to him, Yang's no good enough tie play for any team in the Scottish Premiership. You heard that right. No Aberdeen, no Hearts, no Dundee United. Apparently, the lad canny lace the boots of half this league. Absolute nonsense, isn't it? Now, don't get me wrong, a Yang's not exactly set the world alight in a Celtic shirt. He's had a tough start. He's no quite clicked into the rhythm of Scottish football, the pace, the pressure, the constant scrutiny. It's a different beast entirely. But to say he's not good enough for any club up here, that's peak Keevins right there, the same man who's flipped more opinions than the weather on Sucky Hall Street. Let's be real for a second. The boy's a 6-time South Korean international. You didn't get capped at that level if you can't play. He's not ready to be a first-choice winger for Celtic right now. Few players can handle that pressure straight away, but put him in another Premiership side, one where he's no carrying the weight of Paradise on his back every weekend, and you'd see a different player entirely. The raw talent's there. He just needs confidence, structure, and maybe a wee run of games away from the noise. What annoys me most is Keevins acting like he's showing respect by saying it's no personal, then proceeds to basically say the lad's useless. That's classic pundit hypocrisy. If a blue shirt had a bad game, he'd be saying the lad just needs time. But because it's a Celtic player, it's open season. Typical, these folk love to pile on when the boys stumble. Yang's numbers are not amazing. Nay goals, nay assists, 6.6 rating, but he's played less than 200 minutes this season. That's barely enough time to finish a pint and a pie at halftime. Never mind prove your worth. The potential's there, and deep down, anyone who actually watches the lad can see that. For me, this kind of talk is dangerous. It kills confidence. It feeds into that cycle of negativity that already surrounds the team when we're not flying. And ye can bet the Rangers lot are sitting laughing their heads off every time a pundit slags off one of ours. But we know better. Celtic always bounces back. And sometimes the ones written off too soon are the ones that surprise ye the most. So here's what I want to ken for ye. Do you think Hyunjun Yang deserves more time to prove himself at Celtic, or is it time to move him on and let him rebuild elsewhere? Hit like, hit that subscribe button. Lads, let's giant loldy till we hit 1,500 mad Celtic daffs. Now here's something to lift your spirits after a rough run of form. The talk around Paradise is that we might just have our next number 10 in the making, and it's no Balikwisha. You heard that right. Sebastian Tounekti's the lad everyone's whispering about, and for good reason. The Tunisian winger came in Faye Hammarby for around 5 million quid, same kind of fee as Balikwisha, but the difference on the park, night and day, pal. Tounekti's not just turning up, he's playing like he's been wearing the green and white hoops since birth. From his debut against Kilmarnock, you could see the hunger, the energy, the spark. 4 chances created in his very first game. Now that's the kind of confidence that makes you sit up on the sofa and shout, that's the Celtic way. Let's no forget, we lost Nicholas Kuhn-Como in the summer, a lad that gave us 21 goals and 15 assists. Big boots, Phil, right? But while Balikwisha's still looking like he's trying, To remember what position he's supposed to play, Tounekti's already showing he's got that same fearless edge Kuhn had. He runs at defenders like they've insulted his granny, keeps the ball glued to his boots, and always looks ready to make something happen. He's got that fire in him, that raw passion that makes Celtic Park buzz. Now, I ken some folk will say, but he's nae scored in the league yet. Aye, true, but watch the games, mate. The lad's creating 10 chances in 4 matches. If his teammates had finished half of those, we'd be calling him the next Jota already. Sometimes it's no about the numbers on the sheet, it's about the intent, the energy, the way the game changes when he's on the ball, and every time Tounekti gets it, defenders back off like they've seen a ghost. Balikwisha, bless him, hasn't quite found his feet. He's trying, but ye can tell he's playing within himself. Too cautious, too tidy. That's no what we need in a number 10. We need chaos, we need flair, we need someone who makes defenders panic, and that's exactly what Tounekti brings. If he keeps this up, I can see him nicking that number 10 shirt before long, and honestly, it'd be well deserved. There's just something about this boy. He reminds me of the kind of players that light up paradise, like the ones who play with heart first, stats later. Brendan Rodgers might just have struck gold here without even realizing it. So here's the big question for you, my friend. If Tounekti keeps playing like this, should he take over the number 10 shirt for good and make it his own? Or does Balikwisha still deserve more time to prove himself? Hit that subscribe button. Lads, let's jai it. Laldi till we hit 1500 mad Celtic. Dafts. Here we go again. The talk of Brendan Rodgers leaving Celtic starting to heat up. And this time it's no just the gossip columns. It's coming straight fae Chris Sutton himself. Now, ye ken Sutton. He's never one to mince his words, especially when it comes to talking about the hoops. The big man reckons Brendan will be off at the end of the season no matter what happens. And honestly, it's starting to sound like he might be right. You can feel it, can't ye? The air around Parkhead's been heavy lately. The results, the frustration, the boardroom nonsense. It's like a dark cloud hanging over paradise. Brendan looks like a man fighting battles on 3 fronts, trying to get results, dealing with a squad that's short on quality, and still having to smile for the cameras while the board's pinching pennies like it's a national sport. Sutton hit the nail on the head. Brendan will want to leave on a high. He's no the kind to walk away mid-season with his head down. Nah, he'll want that league title. One more medal, one more celebration, one more roar, fae the Green Brigade before riding off back to England. But here's the thing. He's no been given the tools to do it properly, has he? Rodgers asked for quality, begged for players that could actually make a difference in Europe, and what did he get? Bargains and projects. A board more focused on balance sheets than on Champions League nights. You can't build a European team with pound shop ambition. And now we're seeing the price of that. Nay goals, nay spark, nay momentum. The fans are fuming, the atmosphere's turned tense, and the Not Another Penny campaigns about take kickoff at Celtic Park. That says it all, doesn't it? But let's be fair to Brendan. He's sticking around to see out his deal, at least for now. He's trying to steady the ship, but the man looks weary. You can see it in his interviews. The same polished answers, but the fire's flickering a bit lower these days. And who can blame him? He came back hoping to build something grand again, but instead he's playing firefighter every week. Still, we all ken what Rodgers is like. He'll want to prove folk wrong before he goes. If this really is his last dance in paradise, you can bet he'll do everything he can to lift that trophy one last time. Maybe it's pride, maybe it's legacy. Either way, he'll want to walk away as a winner. So here's one for you, mate. And think about it before you answer. If Brendan Rodgers does leave at the end of the season, should we remember him as the man who tried to fight a board with no ambition? Or as the manager who couldn't quite bring back the glory days he promised? Hit that subscribe button, lads. Let's jai it, laldi, till we hit 1500 mad Celtic daffs.